Hello and welcome back to the channel for another weekly What I Watched. So let's get cracked on, guys. Let's not keep you waiting. On the start of the week, I watched a movie that I've been wanting to see for an age called Inside with Willem Dafoe. I love Willem Dafoe. So let me just open up anyone else that's watched it there while I'm talking. You can see what they thought. So this follows Willem Dafoe, who is an art thief. He breaks into a very posh penthouse. He is being helped by someone on the other end of a walkie-talkie. The wrong code is given to him and he gets stuck inside, hence the title. This movie follows his attempts to get out, his different emotions, sort of like anger, rage, desperation, acceptance, all of these different emotions that he goes through while he's in there. It's obviously a movie all set in the same place, which is something I really enjoy. So obviously there's not an awful lot of dialogue, although he does talk to himself in parts, and he does have access to CCTV of the rest of the building, so he almost invents names for people that he sees every day. So you get a little bit of dialogue like that. But pretty much like the movie Castaway, it is very much one location and we don't get a lot of dialogue. And for me personally, I love that kind of thing. The acting chops are really tested then. Willem Dafoe is, as always, incredible. I love his acting performances. I love everything he went through, and that sounds horrible, but I love all the different ranging emotions he went through, little ingenious things he tried to do, how he tried to escape, different plans he had. And he also is a little bit of an artist himself, so he actually did some art pieces while he was in there. It was really, really interesting to see. So I won't go on any more about it. I gave it, I think, a 4 out of 5. You can see there, we've got, oh, it's a Jackson. Yeah, I'm in good company. Horsetooth Cinema give it a 4 as well. A couple of key people give it a 3.5. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I said it won't be for everyone, but it's just my cup of tea. Willem Dafoe delights in this one character, one location acting showcase. Totally up my street. Really enjoyed it. Would recommend. On the same evening, I watched 6 Minutes to Midnight. So this is a British movie with Eddie Izzard, Judi Dench, Jim Broadbent. So this is set 1939. What I didn't know is the German elite had a school. Now, where was it? It was in the south of England. It just says an English seaside town to learn the language and be ambassadors for a future-looking National Socialist. So these German girls are in this school in the south of England being taught. Eddie Izzard is their teacher, but he's also he's an undercover agent. And this basically is to do with when the World War II was starting. How much do these girls know? Are these girls the enemy? Eddie Izzard's sort of in the inside trying to work out what's going on. It's all very sort of war orientated, like sort of detective noir thing. It was okay. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. I did think it was quite, if you're interested in this subject matter, you'll probably enjoy it. There was nothing wrong with it. The acting performances were all excellent. It just, for me, I felt it was a bit slow, and it wasn't really my subject matter. I watched it for the cast more than anything else, because sometimes you need to watch something that wouldn't be your normal type of thing and you could watch it and be blown away by it, but unfortunately I can't say I was blown away. I just thought it was okay. So on the 14th, the highly awaited Seven Kings Must Die from the series, what the hell's the series called? It's not called The Northman, that's the bloody film. The one with Uhtred of Babenberg in it, the Viking one, I'll put it on the screen. So, in the wake of King Edward's death, Uhtred of Bebbanburg and his comrades adventure across a fractured kingdom in the hope of uniting England at last. So, The Last Kingdom is the name, it's bloody there in front of me, The Last Kingdom is the name of the series. So we've had, I think, 3 seasons of The Last Kingdom, which are excellent. I love a good Viking show. This ties everything together at the end. It ends the story and we follow Uhtred. King Alfred has died. This is actually, I've been told, one of the closest series to reality. It covers exactly what happened. So King Alfred has died and his son is taking power, but his son has changed a lot from when Uhtred knew him. So it's all about sort of the Vikings and the Saxons and them sort of trying to live alongside one another rather than try and outdo each other, but they want to have one king of all the lands, but Uhtred actually owns a part of England himself. Will he give that up? But he does not want to give that up to a king that's not deserving of it. So It was enjoyable. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I love the subject matter. I love the characters. I love the costumes. I love the setting. It's so beautifully done. This is not as good as the series, I will say. So if you've watched The Last Kingdom, don't expect this to be as good. I would have preferred another season of the series to get more from it. I just felt it was over too fast. It's 111 minutes long, but I wanted more from it. But I will say I was satisfied with the ending. Yes, 3 movies in the one day. I took my arse to the cinema to see Renfield. Obviously, this is about Dracula's manservant. Sucks to be him, having grown sick and tired of his centuries as Dracula's lackey. Renfield finds a new lease of life and maybe even redemption. So, not read that, everybody knows about it. Nicholas Hoult, I was really surprised by. I didn't know an awful lot about him. I thought he was fantastic. I was aghast at the fact that they tidied him up and made him look like everyone else. I thought he looked fabulous until they did that, and it's like, right, well now you look like everyone else. I have done a come with me for this, which I will get up this week. I've quite a few videos to get edited this week, so it may be a little bit slow. Nicolas Cage is absolutely sublime in this. This is the movie he was made to play. As Dracula, absolutely fabulous. There's a part at the start as the original black and white, sort of like Dracula, and I had to double check that it was Nicolas Cage. It looked like the original movie. He was fabulous, and he added that little manic Cage into it. He was a really intimidating Dracula, but there were so many laughs in this. I know a lot of people have said it's a fun movie, it's extremely gory. It is extremely gory, but a lot of the humour didn't work for them. This is my sense of humour to a T. I was in the cinema with 3 other people, not with them, but just the whole screen only had 4 of us. There was a couple of few rows in front, a lad on the same row at the other end, and me. And I'm guffawing like an idiot out loud because it was so funny to me. I think I even said, if ever there was a movie that was 100% totally up my street, it's this. Disgustingly and beautifully gory, laugh out loud funny, and Nick Cage was born to play Dracula. Love it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I will admit it won't be for everyone. Nobody can watch this and not admit it's not fun. It's so much fun. It's really gory, it's really over the top, and I loved it. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear other people. I have been watching a load of yours reviews on this, so and for the most part it's pretty positive. So the last 2 I'm not going to talk about because they were both screeners sent to me by Leo from Geek Legion of Doom. One was called The Cost, which is an Australian movie, which was excellent. I gave it a 4 out of 5. That will be going up at some stage on Geek Legion of Doom's channel. But obviously because they're screeners that Leo has sent to me, I don't really want to be talking about them on my channel. So I just will say it's so good. Pinball, The Man Who Saved the Game, also from Leo. They're both released in July, and they were both excellent. They were both really good movies. You know, these movies won't be the highest of budget movies, although I'm sure Pinball was, because it certainly seemed to be. But they were both absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly recommend. Put them on your watch list and keep your eye on Leo's channel for those reviews coming up because they're well worth checking out, guys. So that is it this week. Other than that, I watched the new Boston Bomber documentary on Netflix, which I have to say I was really disappointed with. I have seen another documentary on the same subject matter, which might have been called The Hunt For or Manhunt for the Boston Bomber. That was a lot better than this. And kind of like the Waco documentary I watched a few weeks ago, I thought that I'd seen much better about that also. I also watched a 3-part dramatization series last night about Raoul Moat, which is on ITV if you're in the UK. Again, it's about a shooter. Again, I've watched a much better programming about the subject, but it was okay. I've started watching a new UK TV show that started called Scared of the Dark, which is hilarious. It's like Big Brother, but everyone's in pitch dark and they can't see a bloody thing. And I'm finding that quite funny. I've been watching Ted Lasso every week, which I really enjoy. It's just one of those real feel-good palate cleansers that just makes you feel better about life generally. What else? I think that's the only series I've been watching. I always come off this and forget something, but that's mainly it. At the moment, I'm really massively anticipating Evil Dead Rise. I still haven't seen John Wick 4. I still haven't seen Creed 3. And there was another one at the cinema. Oh yeah, The Pope's Exorcist is another one I want to see, although I've been hearing very conflicting views on that. But it's just too busy right now to get to see them all, which is depressing. My father told me yesterday I should take out shares in the cinema. I thought to myself, if only he knew how much some of the rest of you go, it's more than me. So thank you for watching, guys. If you're watching this on Monday, on the day that hopefully I get it up, the Cinema Squad are doing a stream tonight, and it says last stream ever, question mark, exclamation point. I'm really hoping it's not the last stream ever. They've got news of some description, so if you're watching this on Monday, tune in tonight to the Cinema Squad. Also on the 30th of this month, which I've already said, and I will continue to say every week, I will be on Mike Did You See That's channel for his 10 to 12 hour charity stream for PTSA. That's just got so many people from the YouTube movie community on it. The guests change every hour, and as I say, it's for charity, so hopefully some of you will come and support that. But that is it so far, guys. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I shall look forward to speaking to you next week. Over and out from Lisa Lives.